Hello and welcome to another episode of Hasu Hour. I'm your host Zerg. The map today is Prion Terraces, and the matchup is Protoss versus Zerg. The Protoss player Ilbida spawning in the top location, and the Zerg spawning at the bottom of the map. Both players start by making some workers. Obviously not much else you can do at this stage in the game. And it looks like the Zerg is going for a fast expansion strategy, possibly grabbing this base or even this nearby gold. The Protoss player opens up with a gateway, and he'll probably get an assimilator pretty soon, so he can maybe he's seems to be queuing up probes here. And the Zerg player does in fact grab his gold base. So the advantage to this is he will be able to mine from these gold minerals at the higher rate. The disadvantage is there's no ramp here, and the space is subject to attack from two angles, so it's a little more difficult to defend. And he goes for a second expansion at another gold here. So if the Zerg can hold this double expo, there's no spawning pool in sight. There it is. He's throwing it down. If he can hold these two expos, he's going to have a phenomenal mineral income. The Protoss player, for his side, grabs a Nexus, and he is going to get that Psi Core out fairly early. Looks like he's going to be supply blocked, unfortunately. The Nexus not going to warp in time. So his first add-up will be slightly delayed there. And he is, in fact, supply blocked. One of the most important things a player can do is not be supply blocked. I also don't like this rally point to the Vespian. It's too easy to forget about it. Oh, never mind. It's not to the Vespian. It's to the second base. So that's fine. That's good. But you do want to make sure that you don't get supply blocked. These players are both diamond level, so they're pretty good. But not, of course, Grandmaster or professional, but still pretty decent. So the Zerg getting his eco up and building some more queens. Vital to provide both early defense and also inject those larvas to be able to produce a greater number of units or drones. And the Protoss player, a little too defensive here. He should be doing some pressure with this adept. If he had scouted and seen that his opponent had taken both bases, he might try a little more pressure. But he's sort of just playing his own strategy right now, trying to get his natural online, making sure that he doesn't miss any probes or not too many probes, and that he gets his production facilities built and units created. Looking at the Zerg base, still no layer tech, so that's something he is going to want to invest in pretty soon. And I do like this queen pump. He's getting, well, just one extra queen. It looks like he might try a little attack with the Zerglings. Maybe this could do some damage here, although who knows if they'll even go up the ramp. The Protoss base is somewhat sparsely defended, and the Lings are going to try to get past the adept here, but they are not able to make it. Speed upgrade finished for the Zergling forces, and the Mothership Core now in position to defend here. And with this building placement and the Mothership Core's photon overcharge, it would be an exercise in futility to try to take this ramp, which is why the Zerg player is just sort of containing his opponent with this light Zergling force. A sneak DT rush by the Protoss player. This is a phenomenal move. Love it. Not sure really why he needs the gateways out here with the tech. they could just as easily go on his main, where they won't be vulnerable to an attack. But this is really nice. So 3 DT attack force sneaked, proxied outside his base. But the Zerg player does have detection at his gold base. So it's not actually very clear if these DT forces are going to be able to do substantial damage. They need to take out this spore crawler, but they're not going to be able to do so. And really, this is not doing anything here. So the Zerg player definitely getting the upper hand as we approach the middle game. Having fended off that sneak tech assault, the Protoss player is going to be significantly behind because he was sort of gambling there with the tech. I like the rush, I like the play, but it did not pay off this time. So unfortunately, the Protoss player's imaginative play is not really going to be rewarded there. And a Overlord, Speed Overlord, taking a look at the Protoss base, trying to do some scouting here. So it's very worthwhile to sacrifice an Overlord in the middle of a game and to gain that valuable intel. Still, 3 now going on 4 bases for the Zerg player, 3 for the toss, and this is good too. There's really no need for the Zerg to expand too much. He wants to consolidate the expansions that he does have and try to get this saturation mining in all 4 bases. He seems to be going for sort of a mono culture here of units, just roaches primarily. And the roach is a very powerful unit. It also has the ability to morph into a Ravager, so that's also a possibility. But it would be nice to see a little more varied unit composition, as in the Protoss case, with a Zealot, Archon, Sentry, Stalker, and Adept army. So he's got sort of a little bit of everything here, and seems to be sticking to gateway tech for the most part. Both players fairly passive throughout. The Zerg is managing to get a little bit of a creep highway going on here and setting up maybe for later attacks. Little mass overlord movement. Not sure what's going on there. I guess he's sort of spreading out throughout the map, trying to get that vision that you can with a mass overlord spread, checking all the expansions, making sure that his opponent doesn't have a ton of bases. And we've got a hallucinated oracle here, trying to cause some panic in the Zerg forces, and hopefully this is maybe a distraction while he tries to push down the center of the map. But this creep here, the Zerg player has scouted the attack, and he's sending his massive roach army into fight, locked in by the force fields. He has no choice but to fight, and pretty nice targeting here by the Zerg player. Really not clear who's getting the best of this battle. Couple Archons going down, and the Protoss forces in retreat. The Zealots trying to get up and close and personal with the Roach army. Nice micro from the Zerg player as he focus fires, and that is the game. GG. That was not bad.